So it is a privilege by the grace of God to be alive to witness the maiden SICT Day under the audacious leadership of Dr. Mrs. Adangozi Wajuku, Dr. Mrs. Catherine Adangozi Wajuku. Please, for those of us that are still outside, we are beginning, and it will be right that people are still inside this auditorium and you are outside. Those of us taking pictures outside, please do well to come inside. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my name still remains, I will not change till our Lord Jesus Christ comes. A beautiful students, today is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Today, history will be made, or history is being made rather, the 24th day of June, 2026. I want to thank God that this particular event is happening in the month of my birth. It is not happening in the month of your birth you are missing. Thank God it is happening in the month of my birth. Ladies and gentlemen, while we begin every occasion in this part of the country by first committing it into the hands of God. Of the greatest Nigerian students, of the greatest Nigerian students, of the greatest Nigerian students, greatest Gogo, greatest Baba, ever conscious Gigi, microscopic pen. Are you with me? Okay, you will do one single assignment you'll be doing for me in this very particular occasion is appreciating every speaker, every performer that will be on the stage today. Your assignment is simple. Appreciate them, encourage them, share the love, clap for them. That will be your simple assignment. And after you must have done that, you will receive your welfare package. But if you don't do it, we will delay your welfare package. Just as I promised, we'll make sure this occasion ends by 10 a.m. at exactly 10 a.m. It is a promise. 10 a.m. today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me announce highly respected individuals, highly respected academicians, accomplished gentlemen and ladies, men and women of substance that have impacted knowledge over the years in the lives of not just Nigerian students, but in the lives of many within and outside the polytechnic community. They have served in different areas and spheres of life, and majority of them are still serving, and they are willing to continue in this service of humanity. Therefore, all of us are important, all of us are dignitaries, all of us are special guests wherever we are. But even the Bible recorded that you should give honor to whom honor is due. And I'm very optimistic the majority of us are Christians. Therefore, we will give honor to whom honor is due. Let me now quickly invite some of our special guests and dignitaries to the high table. They will join us here and help in directing this epoch-making event. First on my list is no other person but the Dean of School of Environmental Design Technology, the delectable Dr. Mrs. Chidimma Emma Otu. Thank you, Ma, for coming. Thank you for finding time to be with us. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause as we invite Dr. Mrs. Ada Oniweni, the Dean of School of General Studies. Thank you, Ma, for finding time to be with us. Dr. Fpno, the Dean of Sict. If he's around, sir, please, you may join us. Right about now, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have the rare honor and privilege to announce the arrival of the man whose time has come, the man who is doing the work of God in Federal Polytechnic. Ladies and gentlemen, he is here in his capacity as a deputy rector and the representative of the #1 citizen of Federal Polytechnic. Very fine gentleman, Dr. Obinna Iweke, the Deputy Rector Academics, Federal Polytechnic. Ladies and gentlemen, now
I want to recognize Dr. Engineer Mavis Arikuzo, the School of Engineering. You're welcome. The capacity that broke the chain of that school, the first woman to be the Dean of School of Engineering and Technology. You're welcome. We have again another capacity Dean, Dr. Maswell, Dean, School of Business Management Technology. He's a giant, he's here. We still appreciate him. We have Mrs. Ama, okay, Dr. Mrs. Ama Eme, Dean, Salt. I guess she's on her way. We also have a special honor to invite the high table, one of our speakers. He is already in the house. Dr. James Ikejiako, the medical director of Federal Polytechnic. Please, sir, you have your seat at the right at the table here. Welcome, sir. Please usher him to the high table.
may I have the singular honor and privilege also to invite to the high table an astute gentleman, the former chairman of Nigeria Union of Journalists, an academician, a politician, a social commentator, a knight of St. Christopher in the Anglican Communion, and the husband of one wife. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my rare privilege and honor to invite Sir Fidel Onyenegi, PSC.
You're welcome, sir. Yes, very important, the husband to one wife.
Of the greatest Nigerian students, of the greatest Nigerian students, of the greatest Nigerian students. All right, let me quickly recognize and invite to the high table the heads of departments in School of Information and Communication Technology. From my own HOD, Dr. Saeed Abiodun Oladileji. Doc, sir, you're welcome. The HOD of Library Science, the HOD of Library Science Department, Mr. Chris Elia, HOD sir.
May I also recognize my own HOD, the HOD of Mass Communication, Dr. Linda Nena Ikechukwu. My HOD, please, if you're here, come have your seat at the high table. How can I forget to recognize all directors? I've seen some of them here. Dr. Mrs. Ijoma, Emma Agi, I recognize you especially, ma. Please wave at us, dearest ma. You're already seated at the very elevated podium. We want to recognize also the PRO, Sir Anayo Ike and his team. Thank you for coming. We recognize you especially.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, it is to recognize a man who have served the polytechnic community in diverse capacity, who have served the community, who have served in diverse areas and spheres of life, and today is here serving again as the chairman of the SICT Maiden Day, the first of its kind in the Lab School of Information and Communication Technology. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not busy, please jam them together as we invite Engineer Dr. Stanley Anyanwu, the chairman, Committee of Deans, and the chairman of today's occasion to the high table. To orchestrate for the proceedings. PROs. All right, please, shall we rise as Dr. Chari Sonoha leads us in the opening prayer. Dogma.
Hand over today's activity to your able hands, and we pray that, Lord, you direct the affairs here. Go before us, go with us, be with us, O Lord, even as we discuss and share. May your name be exalted, and may your name be glorified. In Jesus' name I pray.
This mic and run the program for them. Management is here to do the normal introduction, the way we usually do it, and now we take over.
Thank you so very much, the PRO. I appreciate and welcome each and every one of you. Like the anchor said, we are here on official capacity. We will do some official duties and then the anchors will continue. I want to move on by getting to the point where we welcome Dr. Ms. C.N. Machubu before we welcome the rector, where we will function fully and then we allow the anchors to continue. So please at this point permit me to, Rector sir, permit me to invite for the opening, for the welcome address, Dr. Mrs. C.N. Machubu, Dean SICT. Please put your hands together for the Dean. After that, I will make welcome the rector. Thank you. Thank you. I want to welcome for the chairman's opening speech, Dr. Stanley Anyanwu. Dr. Stanley, please put your hands together for Dr. Stanley Anyanwu for the opening speech.
Full of sick. If we tell all bread of salt, the Lord. Okay? Directly. Honestly, each I can go on
because I didn't man, I want my onion naked. More staff, young students, you will be very emerging. Not just a did it in Anga.
Anese branga dewono. Anese branga dewono. Muka maramo ishike dewe. Malapa hapa joya magwano amahe. Bigo eworonye mutidi anuga. Okay. Yawuru menwe. Amalama. Anese branga dewono. Ọwa ụzọ abụọ ọnụ onye akwa n'ọjị bụ arawo onye ara ọjị gwara ọganihu onye ara ọjị gwara ọmụmụ onye ara ọjị nwere nnukwu ụzọ ụlọ ara tụrụ elu ọha mere anya eji eme omenala ọjị ewere ndị aka ya na nwe ndị aka ya ndị Igbo na-emekwa n'omenala ekekere ụwa anyị ekelela gị anyị ajaala gị bụ ụbọchị taa anyị ekelela gị ebe ị mere anyị arị bịaruo n'ụbọchị taa bịaruo na fọdapụrụ megede bịaruo maka mmemme ndị SICT ikekọrọ ụwa anụmasị ya kachiela anyị nri na anyị ga-eme nga ọhụrụ anyị ga-eme nga ọhị ga-aga n'anya ya n'aka ọkwa gịkwa anyị anyị aga-enwe nsogbu ọbụla ndị na-anyị ga-eme ka ọ ga-aga n'anya n'anya gbanye na-akpọ ọjị ekpere anyị wụ anyị dawa udo ekpere anyị wụ anyị ma anya ihe na-ahụli elu ama ada ụlọ ahụkwa n'anya ihe mgbe ya kasị ihe mgbe mgbe ọhụrụ anyị anaghịrịghịrị isi kwụọ ya na ekpere ya aja ọchịchị jemela anyị ejirula mgbe anyị arịrụla akwa ya bụ ọkwa anyị na-alụ ndị ọwụ udo ọwụ ịhụnanya ọwụ mmepe ụzọ ọwụ mmiri elu ha ewe arịla anyị echi eke echi afọ na echi mkpọ na echi ori ndewo ata mmanụ mmanụ dienu nwanụ dienu nwanụ ndewo
Biko gona aka ona chetam onumara biko age meka oji ga chairman director enye oji agozi loji bagoro loji anata doji achoromka the chairman of the occasion Dr. Stanley, please take the stage and give your opening.
ladies and gentlemen, my rector, Dr. Mrs. Basilia Ukwe, Amazon of time, ably represented by the Deputy, Dr. Obina Weke, the directors and here present, the deans and directors, HODs, staff and students. Good morning once again. I want to, on behalf of the Dean, School of Information and Communication Technology, Dr. Catherine Wachuku, and the entire staff of that school, welcome all of us to this great event, the first of its kind, being hosted by the School of Information and Technology. You can agree with me that technology is evolving every day, and then ICT is in the center of it all. So I'm highly convinced, and I assure you that we're going to learn a lot from this event today. So I will employ all of us to please sit tight, be patient, because we'll have, the school has a lot to entertain and educate us. And at the end of the day, I'm sure there was some challenges for other schools. So once more, we start wasting too much of the time. I want to welcome you to this, to the School of Information and Communication Technology, CAG Summit 1.0. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much, dear Chairman. While the Chairman was talking, we received the presence of one of our council members. I'm talking about Barrister Ngozi Idi. Councilman, it's good to have you. Please put your hands together for her. Amazing. Please, at this point, permit me to invite to the podium the Dean, SICT, Dr. Mrs. C.A.N. Machuku for her welcome address. Please put your hands together as we receive her.
Our dear rector, you are highly welcome, heavily represented by our own Deputy Rector Academic, Dr. Obina Weke. Members of the high table, let me just greet our great Nigerian students before I will start my opening address. Great Nigerian students, greatest Bobo, greatest Baba. I can never be intimidated, Nigerian students. You are the reason why we are here. Without you people, we cannot be here. And our beautiful staff that are here. Please permit me to read my welcome address. A welcome address presented by the Dean of School of Information and Communication Technology, Dr. Mrs. Catherine Ngozi Wachuku, on the occasion of the maiden Sict Day, Sict Summit 1.0, held on Wednesday, June 24, 2026. At 1,000 capacity auditorium, Federal Polytechnic, Negede, Uwere. Permit me to digress a little. Retoma, today is a unique day. The day the forerunner of our Lord Jesus Christ was born, St. John the Baptist, which I'm also a native of Knight of St. John the Baptist. I am the respected president of one of the auxiliaries. So may St. John the Baptist, that great role he plays in the life of Christendom, may he keep on praying for us through Christ our Lord. Amen. Our dear Rector of Grace, Dr. Mrs. Vasilia Kendere Ibwe, our dear Deputy Rector, Academics, Dr. Mrs. Obina, Dr. Mr. Obina Wege, who is representing our dear Rector. And our dear Director of APPU, Dr. Austin Mado. Our dear Able Council, without her we cannot be here. Barrister Dr. Gozi Iti. She happens to be one of the resource persons that will give us talk today. Our dear Medical Director, Dr. Ikejiako. Our dear one-time this, one-time that is Chief Fidel Onyeneke. Our beloved Deans of Schools, the Dean of SCDT, Dr. Chidima Ochu. Our dear Dean also SGS, Dr. Mrs. Ada Ebeni. Our dear Dean of SIS, Dr. Agaptus. My own beautiful sister with a golden heart, HOD Mass Communication, Dr. Mrs. Linda Ikeju. My own one time this, one time that, the HOD of Library Science, Dr. Chris Enia. And my own HOD that just said that, Dr. Olaji Eji. My own beautiful director, rightly seated, Dr. Mrs. Ijoma Imagi. Permission, my PRO, I remain humble. Yes, Ike Anayo, I remain humble. Yeah, the PRO, all Gishimere Yana, Ewe Kweliwe na Korogelas. Thank you. Our revered lecturers here, our beautiful students highly seated, having established the protocol, and the seat day chairperson, Dr. Mrs. Victoria, and her, Oyedipo and her members. Thank you. Without you people, we wouldn't have a place like this. It is with great joy and immense gratitude to God that I welcome you all to this maiden edition of CCNS Summit 1.0. Thank you all for honoring our invitation. Today marks a significant milestone in the history of School of Information and Communication Technology. This summit is more than just an event. It is organized to inspire us, broaden our knowledge, and strengthen our values for learning, collaboration, and celebrating excellence. We are privileged to have these insightful talks. It is in challenging words, what's the world we are facing these days, building moral courage in the age of complexity, health literacy for modern campus, what every student and staff should know. Why school is not a scam. Based on the above topics, the theme of this maiden summit reflects on our commitment to nurturing not only academically sound graduates, but also moral, upright, healthy, and goal-driven individuals. Part of this talk, there will be quiz, competition, games, and other exciting activities where our students in their various departments of library and information science, computer science, and mass communication will showcase their talent, creativity, and skill. The winner of these competitions will go with 6 maiden prizes. We will also celebrate excellence by recognizing and honoring deserving staff towards awards with their outstanding contributions and service to Sict and Polytechnic at large. In a special way, we appreciate our dear Rector of Grace for the wonderful work she has been doing in this Federal Polytechnic, Negede Owerri, and her Deputy Rector Academy for their visionary leadership, unwavering support, and commitment to the growth of our institution. Rector Ma, I am now directing you, ably represented by the Deputy Rector Academics. Rector Ma, please, as a young school, we have areas of burning needs, which are as follows. 1, completion of our already started Sict administrative building. 2, Wayland staff offices. 3, classroom blocks with befitting laboratories through studio, since our various programs have been unbundled into different departments. Please, Rector Ma, we are pleading. Please kindly help us. As this is one of the 4 Sict Senate Summit 0.1, I warmly welcome and encourage everyone to participate actively, learn something new, and enjoy every moment of the program. Thank you for listening to this short address, and may God bless you. And may St. John the Baptist keep praying for us. Pray for the children, pray for the management, and the entire Polytechnic at large. Thank you so very much. I remain my humble self, Dr. Mrs. Catherine Ada Ngozi Nwachukwu, Dean Sict. Thank you, and God bless you.
This is your clap today. I don't understand why you're clapping like that. Please put your hands together for the dean. Come on. Thank you so very much, Dr. Mrs. C.N. Nwachukwu. At this point, distinguished guests, speakers, our deans and directors, permit me to bring to the podium for the opening address the rector of this great citadel of learning, Dr. Basilian Kentrim Ibukwe, who is ably represented by the Deputy Rector Academics, Dr. Obina Iweke. Please, let's rise up with a resounding ovation and receive our dear rector.
Greatest Nigerian student. Great indeed. Mr. Chairman, members of the high table, my deans and HODs, good afternoon. This particular Sict Summit 1, am I right? It is a good thing that they had this summit, because most people didn't know the battle before that school was born. Mass communication was not supposed to be there. We were there when the school was born. They didn't want to release mass communication. After much difficulty, Doma herself was also in the battle with Doma Agwagwa. And when they looked at it, they said they should leave mass communication alone. Not because of the content of the program, but because of the people were making the program in order. And we said no. So mass communication had to move. And the computer science also took place. And information science also. If you look at that particular school, it is the hub of development library and information center. And that's why they are where they are now. And another one that is us up today. And I believe by the time you do your summit number 2, you have a big project ahead. The students have gone through the lectures that are going to give today. One is on ethics, the other one is on health, the other one is on education, going to school. These 4 points are critical in life development stage. When you go to school, it's either you finish or you do not finish, but you must be clean. Bear in mind that the teacher will want you when you didn't get certificates. Education is not a scam. Education is not a scam. Health is very, very critical in whatever you are doing. Yeah, elderly person goes to school. It's only a healthy person that takes money. It's only a healthy person that gives to society. And the other one that has to do with ethics. Values are changing. When you ask yourself, are they in the right direction? No. Your generation is called the Gen generation. And if you can do anything you like and get the result that is positive, in the long run, you survive. There are values that God also change. Whether you like it or not, that has to do with moral. It was not about St. John praying for us. What St. John was fighting for and beheaded, is it not saying what was fighting for today? The truth. Moral, very, very good. Whether you like it or not, you call yourself a CA generation, and you're ending so fast before the older generation. Wake up today, tomorrow you are eating, you're dead. Listening to them, you go home a lot of things as far as lectures are concerned. And my day, I saw the problems you are I'm standing in for the reference. I am necessary. Basically, I will take your message back when she comes back. The same problem you have is also the same problem. It's not they want class, they want class. School of business is they want class, they want class. Even though the people are taking it, they want class. I mean, the people from SCD, they will have programs to have class. Basically, no matter how difficult it is to find benefits for minimum standard that equals a level playing field and others are I will take the message. And I know that record is how to make sure that we make a decision in this administration concerning both the students and the staff. They will do something about it. And also from the Network Center of Excellence, we have been collaborating with you. We will continue to collaborate because the Network Center of Excellence is on ICT specifically. So if you have other things to do, you can help. Send it to
wonderful address. Thank you, sir. Please, at this point, like I said, this ICT is the home of communication in the school calendar, and it hosts both graduates and staff into talking. That is why we have 2 that are already they are working there. So that kind of school. So at this point, I want to invite Dr. Christie. Join me here now. Please come, because we have moved from this point to where we will receive the president's. So from here, she and Chetam Onomara will continue with the normal program. Hence, the director is done with the official function of today. So please, we want to receive, put your hands together as they come to continue with the normal program of the event. The president should get ready.
The president sits. Courage, please, where are you? Come forth for your presidential address. Very quickly, please, so that we can present the award we have for our director. Courage, are you here? Music interlude, please, while he comes on stage.
Greatest Nigerian student. I can never be intimidated, Nigerian student. Upon the greatest ginger. Upon the greatest swagger. Microscopic area. Alright, all protocols duly and fundamentally observed. Standing before you all is His Excellency, Distinguished Comrade Christian Peter Courage, the SICT Chairman to Mass Communication President, and to SICT Synergy Summit 1.0, also known as SICT Day. This program is the first of its kind, and we have a lot in store for us today. I also want to use this opportunity to appreciate our ever-working dean, Dr. Mrs. Catherine Adangozi-Wachuku, and members of the organizing committee who made this program a success. I want to urge us to work together in unity, irrespective of our departments, whether we are from mass communication, computer science, or library science. We should know that we are under one school, and we should see each other as one family. Once again, I welcome us all to this program. Sit back and relax and enjoy the rest of this program. God bless Nigeria. God bless Federal Polytechnic Naked. And God bless SIC. Thank you.
This is a resounding applause for the chairman of the president. Your introduction is so wow. Somebody may think Tinubu is already in the house. However, that is what we are looking out for. That someday students from this citadel of learning will become the president of Nigeria. Somebody is not saying hallelujah. Library science, if you're ready for your performance, let's take that very quickly while they get the award for our director. Please, library science.
yourselves of the greatest Nigerian students, of the greatest Nigerian students, ever cautious Nigerian students. And I'm not tired. I don't want to believe that. Let me still reassure you that by the grace of God, by 10 a.m., we should be through with this very occasion. All right, we want to invite the Library Science Department for their presentation or what we call performance. I don't know if they are ready. Library Science Department. Performance by students of Library and Information Science Department. Are you ready? All right, DJ. They said they are ready.
December.
Okay, they are not ready. They are almost ready. Okay, they are almost ready. Whereas the School of Information and Communication Technology was created out of School of Information and Applied Sciences. It is to meet up with the current standard in the world, and not just in the country but in the world at large. Information, they say, is power. Without communication, we won't be seated here. If we aren't communicating, there will be no need for us to be here. Our School of Information and Communication Technology, if you ask me to say, in my opinion, is the best. It is where everybody is supposed to belong. It's either you are in information and management technology, or I will advise you to go into agriculture. That's the only two schools I can advise anybody to enter, in my opinion. But outside my opinion, I would equally advise you to join other departments like engineering and the rest, depending on where your calling is. And therefore, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me quickly hand over to the Corporate Relations Unit to orchestrate further proceedings. I vote.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Nachetam Onomara. Please put your hands together for him. All right, please, we're moving quickly to the next item in our program. But let me reiterate that those that are supposed to make presentations, you should get ready so that this things will run without delay. We are going straight to the awards. I want to invite the dean to please come. And we are inviting the chairman of today's occasion, Dr. Stanley Anyanwu, to please come. You will be the one that will present the award to the rector. Let us see the rector, Dr. Mrs. Basilia Kendelimi Bokwe, who is heavily represented by Dr. Obina Iweke, the Deputy Rector Academics.
Unwavering and distinguished contributions to the growth and advancement of Sict. Your commitment to excellence continues to inspire progress and innovation. Presented by School of Information and Communication at its 11th celebration.
Why is the video like this?
Dave, please come and have. Chairman, please come with the plate.
Concluding this, I want to invite
Dr. Madu
come to make the second presentation. Please put your hands together for Dr. Madu. Please, Dr. Fpno, the Deputy Rector Academics, don't go. You are here in dual capacity. So, and I will treating you as such. So please, sir, Dr. Madu, you do us the honors, sir. Thank you.
The School of Information and Communication Technology, Federal Polytechnic, Nekede-Were, distinguished friend of Sict Award, granted to Dr. Obinna Iwepe, the Deputy Rector of Academics, for your exceptional support, steadfast encouragement, and invaluable contributions to the growth and development of Sict. Your commitment to academic excellence and institutional progress has made you a cherished friend of Sict, presented by the School of Information and Communication Technology at its maiden Sixth Day celebrate. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much. The School of Sict, I want to thank you again. On behalf of the Rector, the awards given to her and myself. I know when awards are given, you make statements. But I will not make any statement yet because I have to relate with my boss. But the promise I'm going to make here on our behalf is that she will make people to smile. Thank you very much.
Please, I want the rector to stand by, our guest speakers and our facilitators. Please, you come and have a group picture because the rector might take his leave any moment. So let us keep this on record, please. Doc. Thank you so very much. Yes, please, the deans and actually those that are on this table, please come and have a shot too with the rector. Thank you so very much. The committee, please come. Why are the ladies in one, no, no, it's not balanced. It's not balanced now. Not your time shift. Not your time shift. Yes, it's okay. I think it's okay. Thank you so very much, Director. Thank you. Please put your hands together for them. At this point, I want to let the MCs of this occasion continue.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my boss and my senior brother, my father, and my oga at the top, MC Dabosma. Of the greatest Nigerian students, my time still remains 10 a.m. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have the singular privilege and honor to welcome and invite to the podium the Dean of Sict, Dr. Fpno. Dean, you are welcome to SICT Synergy Summit 1.0. Welcome, sir. All right, the students from Library and Information Science Department are ready for their performance. Please, wherever you are, you have 5 minutes for your presentation so that we can do other things. DJ.
different steps. We still appreciate our Igbo culture.
I have counted the money you are paying. Only the deal gave 17,500 naira. I wouldn't want one to miss.
Okay, let's quickly go to the next phase. This phase is a very important one. Please, I urge all of you to have your writing materials because the person we're about to call right now is an astute personality. She's not just a barrister. She's the director, Center for Gender Studies, and also a council member. Dear students, ladies and gentlemen, can we put it up for Barrister Ngozi Idi, PhD? Please, ma'am. The clap is not sounding. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Great Nigerian students, the Dean SICT, and all our distinguished lecturers here. I'm here to talk on the topic, ethics in a changing world, building moral courage in the age of complexity. I'll take that again. Ethics in a changing world, building moral courage in the age of complexity. Now in the School of Information and Communication Technology, we have a triad of computer science, library and information technology, and then we have mass communication. And you will find out that the three of them are intertwined in using one particular thing. The fulcrum is information. And in getting the information out to the public, it is important for you as a professional in information and communication technology to ply your trade in a very ethical manner. One would ask, why is it important for us to uphold ethics? The very first one, for those of you that attended my class in mass communication last week, is for your profession. You need to maintain your professional integrity. For somebody to see you as a professional that they can come to as a resource person, it means that you have to uphold the highest ethical standards. Number two, the corporation that you may establish yourself or work for, it is important that you keep them in business by maintaining ethical standards. And then the third one will be the society at large. We are going to be the end users of the information that are going to be the ones that are either positive or negatively affected by unethical behavior. I know that we have our ethics classes, so we're just going to have a simple definition of what ethics is. It is the application of moral principles. Ethics is the application of moral principles to digital interaction. For the purposes of SICT, ethics would be the application of moral principles to physical interaction. Then underlying where there is application, we may have ethics either in our churches, in our communities, and whatever. If we don't apply it, then it does not come under the form of this application, of this definition. It is a principle that has to be applied by all of us that are involved in digital interactions. What is the age of complexity? It is simply a time, as we have today, where there is interconnectedness. There is an interdisciplinary thing going on globally. We have technological advancement merging with almost everything. That is meant by interconnectedness. It now makes the world complex. Why? Ordinarily, we interact with each other using traditional methods. I'll get down to the dean, to the office to talk to her. I need to speak to the person in my house. For example, I need to speak to the security officer at my gate. I need to either go home to give the information, or I'll pick up my phone and give them a call. Now I have a visitor coming in from Lagos. The information has come to me that they have alighted from the bus and they need to come to my house, and lo and behold, I'm giving a talk here at the 1,000 capacity. I cannot open my gate. I can use my phone, which is connected to the security device to unlock my door. Once the gate has been able to have official recognition of the visitor. Can you see how we are having complexity in communication? So it's no longer the traditional news media where we talk about the 5 o'clock news. The news can actually, the information can actually have a lot to do down to security and global matters. Because of time, we're going to look at the point. What are the unethical practices that you should avoid? The first one is fabricated reporting. We want to have the hottest news, the breaking news, and you'll find out that you want to be in the forefront, you want to have the algorithms in your favor by fabricating information. That is something that we are supposed to stay away from. I hope you are taking that point. Plagiarism. The copying of the news reportage of your colleagues or any other person without even any form of permission or crediting them. That is known as plagiarism. Here in the Federal Polytechnic, you are going to have a plagiarism test, I believe, for your final dissertation or project in order to authenticate it as something that you did by yourself. Any form of biased journalism is unethical. You are writing from the standpoint of somebody from Southeast. That means every other person in Nigeria is stupid. You write from the standpoint of someone from the Southwest, and you make a news report as if every other person from Nigeria does not matter. Sensationalism. This one is very important. Clickbaiting, especially for those of us that use online resources. You want a lot of people to rush down to the platform that is providing the news by using any form of rage baiting to make people so triggered, to make people so angry in order to have an engagement with you. Yellow journalism. Now, this one is a problem in Nigeria. If you know what yellow is, for those of us in the law, anytime you have a yellow sign in any building, it's a form of quarantine. Stay away from this place. There are sick people. There is an infection coming up. So yellow journalism is you go and bring in things that will sicken the mind and the body. Rumors, unverified claims. A lot of us use that in order to bring news reporting. Harassment. I don't want to go any further with that. Invasion of privacy. Where people go there, post private information about people, perhaps even stole it from them, or you had hidden surveillance cameras. Last week, Nigeria was inundated with the news by a student union president in one of the universities in Nigeria who had a sex tape leaked. It turned out that the Polytechnic of the university was already looking into the matter of the student union president and had already punished him. Still, somebody brought that news not only to Nigeria, to the whole world. They are now saying that is what Nigerian students do by having sex tape. And you find out how damaging that could be for us. Appropriation of images without permission. I'm going to give us only real life example of unethical practices that we are doing. Last month, I went to the International Federation of Women Lawyers, where we had a complaint by a woman that had just received court summons from her husband for divorce. And when she came in, we told her, we don't help you out with divorce. She said, it is because of the reason of the divorce that I'm here in FIDA for my human rights enforcement. It turned out that the husband was using the phone outside the country and claimed they were doing sexting. I don't know what that's sexting, whatever, over the phone. He used her image to register OnlyFans accounts. Was sending the images and the videos and receiving $5,000 every month. When he had built more than 6 houses in Owerri, he now sent her divorce papers to say, I cannot marry a porn star. I cannot marry a prostitute. Now we have used the information given to us by practitioners in ICT that traced the origin of the deposit and even how the cash was coming in. Everything is traced to his phone. The bank account that receiving the money is his phone. So definitely he can divorce her for any other reason, but not for being a prostitute. And we are going to file a matter against him for intrusion of her privacy and doxing her, appropriating her image for the wrong reasons. Hate speech. You know what that means. Corporate advertising. You're talking about something, but you're advertising something. Propaganda. Now, what is propaganda? A lot of us fall into this. Institutions or governments can sponsor you. You'll be posting a particular thing. You'll be known for a particular thing. While somebody is behind. You are the face but the body is not the same, like Esau and Jacob. And we can see it with the hate speech and the propaganda coming out from South Africa, where some people were going around for anti-immigration issues. It is becoming clearer now that it is propaganda and they are being sponsored by certain individuals, Caucasians, who want to get other Africans out of the system so that they can have a place in Africa to call their own. I am standing here as an academic. I don't care anywhere it goes. Irrespective of how we feel about South Africa, anytime we come in the international play, either in the African Union or the Committee of Nations, naturally, where they want to make any form of voting to get that piece of African land to be given to Caucasians, white people, we must vote against, whether we like South Africans or not, because once they get that space and stay there, they will come for us. That's the truth. Disinformation, misinformation, buying of lies. Some of you have Instagram and whatever, you go and buy them. These are some of the unethical things that we are doing. Cyberbullying, and then the last one that I want to talk about is misogyny and toxic femininity. As a director of gender studies, we have been seeing a lot of posts from young people. A man who lie on his bed. He won't even bother to dress up. Just lie on with a microphone and put a camera to his face to speak negatively about women. When I'm talking about women, I mean Nigerian women. At the same time, a woman will put the camera in front of her and speak negatively about men, and I mean Nigerian men. This is not going to help us in any way. It is a form of unethical practice. Some people will say, after it is their private pages, but because they are now using their private pages to make any form of broadcast, then they must be brought under similar rules as you and I that are professionals in ICT. It is important that we bring the nation in a good light to outsiders. You find out that in Nigeria, there are certain laws that we have in place to ensure that you do the right thing. As I said, go back to the definition of ethics. They are moral application. Anything moral is what you can choose to do or not do. You'll be waiting whether you can go hell or heaven, where God will decide it. But if it is law, it is something that you must do. There would be consequences for you if you fail to obey the law. Either you have your license revoked, you can go to prison, you can have fines, and other forms of reputation. reputational damage. There are several laws to ensure that you maintain these ethical standards despite the age of complicity that we have found ourselves. The first one will be the Nigerian Copyright Act, where it is sure that you make sure you keep away from the intellectual property that belongs to another person. Whether it is his copyright, his trademarks, business name, whatever it is, you keep away from it. We have the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Act of 2019. Consumers of your content, if we don't like your content, we can come down to the FCCPC and report you. And get you sanctions or punished for providing us with any information that is misleading. The Cybercrime Prohibition and Prevention Act of 2015 is very potent. This is where we have a lot of prison sentences for us if we do anything under cybercrime. A lot of us know a lot about 419. So really, I am not going to dwell much on that one. I'm more interested in where a Nigerian compromises the national security network. That's what's going on now. A lot of you are really astute in the use of ICT. You may find yourself straying in a digital ecosystem into places that you should not. Let us have a physical example. If you're coming down to Federal Polytechnic and you need to enter into a vehicle and they stop you at number 1 hazard, you find out that the vehicle will avoid the particular greenery that belongs to, I think that should be Nigerian Air Force. They will come further down because that place is a protected place. If you behave similarly, you may get arrested. Now bring it down to the digital space. There are certain protected, sensitive national networks, then you should keep away from them. The 1999 Constitution under Section 39 guarantees your right to freedom of expression. However, Section 45 in the same breath takes away that right in certain circumstances. If we need to protect the public order, public security, public health, then we will stop you from doing that in the meantime. Other than that, the Nigerian Data Protection Act of 2023 is the latest legislation so far, providing us with a retinue of data rights and obligations. Under the Nigerian Data Protection Act, all the social media networks in Nigeria should register in Nigeria. We want them to have an outlet in Nigeria. A lot of people will say it's because of taxation. Well, that is the reason, but I also believe that it is necessary for us to have a place for their enforcement. Under the NDPA, you have again your data privacy. You have a right to ensure that persons that do not have capacity to consent are protected. Among all the rights, this is the one I picked up. Protection of persons who may lack capacity to give consent. A good example of that would be children. Again, last week, the United Kingdom limited access to internet to individuals that are 16 years. The very first country to do that was Australia. And Australia did that for child safety, and now this restriction has been followed by England and the EU. And Nigeria is trying to see that. In China, what they did is that you cannot have a social media platform or page using your real identity. You can't call yourself Oma for real 2025. You can't call yourself GT Boy on Instagram. It must be your real name. They want to see the big persons behind any posts that are being made. And so you see, that is your right that we are going to be. At the same time, when you have a right to have duties. When you are online, there are some things you will, and if you fail in this duty under the Data Protection Act, there are consequences, prison sentences of up to 10 years. The first one is that you should allow yourself to have a compliance audit. Here in Federal Polytechnic, we have the ICT unit. whether we have the audit of it, aspect of it, but just know that once in a while, NDPA will come to Federal Polytechnic for our audit. And I'm asking right now, using this platform, the DSICT, to assist the Federal Polytechnic to ensure that we have an annual audit, so that we can have a paper. Anytime they come, we give it to them because we can be fined up to 500,000 naira for not having that. We must have a data protection officer. I'm now talking to the Nigerian students. Great Nigerian students. Immediately after graduating from SICT, get down to the NDPA, Nigerian Data Protection Act, or Nigerian Data Protection Commission. Open the website and click and go for the course to become a data protection officer. Take the exam, get the license, keep it. That is extra money. All banks must have an audit every year, and what they do is to go to a consultant that can do it so that they can file it with the commission, and that consultant can only be the somebody that passed the exam. Final year students, this is what you're going to do. Go to that website, ensure that you link up, take the course, whether it is 1 year, whatever, take the exam, get the certification, and be a data protection officer, a DPCO. Ensure that we have internal enforcement mechanism. Again, I'm talking to the Nigerian students. This time around, is for those in computer science. This is a tax apart for our students. Do we have social media rules in Federal Polytechnic? We were looking at the students disciplinary committee last week, and we're looking at the student there's a book, student handbook, and we stated that it is necessary for that book to be upgraded because social media rules are not in there. Those of us in computer science, this is our assignment after today. Create the Federal Polytechnic social media rules that all of us will be reading in this campus, so that we will not have sex tape from Federal Polytechnic flying all over the place. And we will be able to know what we should do and what we should not do. A good example of what should be in the rules is where you go and video your content. I cannot be coming into the class and if they walk with you people are dancing for TikTok. On our way to class, how is that affecting academics in the place? We should have those rules. What time we should do that? Nobody said you shouldn't. But let us not do it in such a way that we disrupt academics at all. Compliance with any court orders. Legal operation in the Corporate Affairs Commission. You have to register for library students. Do we have book clubs? Do we have reading festival in Federal Polytechnic? Let us have a reading festival. Assignment for library science. Computer science has their own assignment. This one is for library science. A reading festival. All of us will go around the library, this green area, sit on the grass, sit and read for hours. Video have picnic and we are reading for 2 hours. Quiet time reading. Let me tell you, reading festivals outside the country. I've been to a place where we went for a conference and they were having their reading festival. Apart from the time that you sit down, that is where some of you meet other people. Let me tell you, people see people in reading festivals. At least people that are of like mind. You like to read. You will now see a young man of your age in that place. A young man of your age in a reading festival. Those reading festivals after that quiet time and eating, you can now have a dance off whatever in that place. But sit on the grass everywhere quiet and read. Technology transfer and respect for intellectual property. Assignment for mass communication. From this, what are we going to take out? There is something known as etiquette. The ladies here know it very, very well. They know it very well. They can see. I want you to take a look at this table here and these ones in front. There is a marked difference between them and the students. As I'm standing here, they are sitting upright with their backs to the seats. Look very well. This line, unlike this line, unlike the students, maybe many of them may not have gotten their etiquette class about how to sit, how to stand, alight from a vehicle. You don't come out like this from a car. You can see that I'm wearing tights today. I didn't wish to wear it according to the etiquette of my profession. Once my dress is above the knee as a lawyer, I must wear my tights. Once my black dress is above the knee, that's the law for me. There's a way you sit. There's a way you sit. There are different ways of crossing legs. All that. That is the social etiquette. And etiquette is not only for women. It's for men as well. It's for men as well. You come before us. You come before us. The first thing you do is to remove your cap. First thing. Remove that cap. Remove that cap. Respect the person that you're talking to. Let me tell you, etiquette actually it's not the same all over the world. It's not the same. If you come down to Nigeria, it's different. Some people were arrested sometimes, and somebody said there are two boys. One is African American and one is African. And somebody said, how can you just tell that one is African? He said, I looked at the tattoo. He said, I looked at the tattoo. One doesn't have so much. One doesn't have so much. That's an African child. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Maintain your African identity. Maintain it. I can't say it enough. A paper that I am researching right now is known as Naming Act. I believe Nigeria is due for a naming act. By force, let us force ourselves to give ourselves Nigerian names. By force. I'm going to write it and publish it. It is overdue. I cannot be marking your script and your first name is evidence. Evidence of what? That's your first name. Your second name is Linus. Evidence Linus from Ombano. Absorb. Same thing with the etiquette. Same thing with the etiquette. I said here, mascot. We are going to have etiquette online. Now, when you add net, that is our online net with etiquette. What you have is netiquette. We are going to have netiquette lessons provided for us by the Defense of Mass Communication on the platforms of the Polytechnic. I know the Polytechnic has Instagram, X, we are on TikTok. You can produce content where you are teaching others how to courteous online. So that a young man will feel safe. A young girl can feel safe to come online. Most people of your age are online to learn. In other countries, it is not online to talk about man, woman, money, woman. They are sharing content on how they are creating new machines, sharing content on how they are doing new everything. And we are not seeing that from Nigeria. We will not have that netiquette. Before we'll be going, I would like to reinforce worldwide that when we fail in these rights and duties, we can end up in the Nigerian court. I'm going to give us a few cases, just mention a few cases, where people did not respect the rights of others, did not respect ethics in this age of complexity. And they had issues. The latest, of course, is the Showere versus the DSS. We all know about it. Showere, DSS, Meter and X is a 2025 case where he is facing defamation charges. They have also asked him to take down some of the posts, and he has counterclaimed against Meter and X to ensure that those posts stay online. While that matter is being ongoing, the individual is spending money. If they wouldn't wait their money. Let us look at the matter that has been completed. FCCP versus Meter and WhatsApp. That is Federal Consumer Protection Council. You know that I mentioned it before. Versus Meter and WhatsApp. It means WhatsApp users in Nigeria and Meter. We went and made a complaint to Federal Consumer Protection Council. And they have been fined a penalty of over 200 million. I think it's in dollars. And now you have seen that there are certain privacy things now on your WhatsApp. Have you noticed? You cannot take the screenshot. There are other things so that they don't fall foul of the Nigerian law. We have Femi Falana versus meter, this matter had just been filed in 2026, where Femi Falana Senior Advocate of Nigeria is suing Meter, which is formerly Facebook, I believe. They published a video of him in the hospital where he's taking treatment. So we see it as an invasion of privacy. Yes, you want to make a news report. Oh, Femi Falana is in hospital for cancer or whatever it is. At least get his consent or what. They don't surreptitiously hide camera in his hospital room for that purpose. The state versus Justice Chidebere. Now, many of you in this place know Justice Chidebere. He's a social media influencer. They call him Justice Clark. He is facing cyber crime charges for breach of peace. He went to someone. Some of you want to film your content. You go to the open market, bring out guns, and bring out fake guns, and the monkeys in the market start running helter skelter. Some people can even get injured. So that is a breach of the peace for which this is facing. The state versus Hamid is also a recent case, 2026. You people know him online as Immunizer. Now, Immunizer has been harassing and cyberbullying a Nigerian citizen known as Abiola Wumi. Abiola Wumi is the widow of the musician you know as Mobad. So the case is ongoing. For that, we have the registered trustees of the Digital Rights Lawyers Initiative versus the Ministry of Trade, where the Ministry of Trade went there that you must have a data protection officer in order to comply with the provisions of the Nigerian Data Protection Act. Then, what are we going to do? We can't just talk about all our problems, we don't see what we can do. I've already mentioned the culture of respect. It is very important that we respect each other. Don't go and lie to me saying South Africans are ugly. Don't write it. After all, some of you are going to marry them and the shop means they are going to give you ugly children. So there's no need to do that. Respect the privacy and maintain get contents. Or of course practice netiquette. That's the new word we have today. Netiquette. Be transparent and accurate. Protect yourself and others, especially children and those that cannot give consent. People that are physically challenged, mentally challenged should not in any way be exploited. Thank you so much.
Resounding. Make it resounding. I felt like I was already in the court. It's as though I was listening to a judge reading out judgment on a moot court section. Thank you very much, Barrister. Indeed, you have shown us another round of applause for her, please.
It's either you are clapping or you are not clapping. She has done justice to that topic. Thank you, ma'am, for that expository session. Please, those students at the entrance, you are not permitted to exit this place. We will soon round up. It is 20 minutes to 10 a.m. We will soon round up. So please, sit beautifully. Your welfare package is on its way. Please, I beg of you.
Let me still remind you that you have a quiz, and most of the questions will be drawn from our research speech today. So please, I urge you to get your pen, your writing materials, and put down all those things. Time will fail me to start reading out what our barrister has just given to us. Enough to note. Library science, I hope you noted your own. Computer science, and of course, mass communication. They will make sure these are here. They will make sure all of these things our lawyer has told us today will surely be shown on different platforms. Thank you. Without much ado, Macheta, please. The next phase.
Okay, please, ladies and gentlemen, without like my colleague said, let us cheerfully, happily invite an accomplished medical doctor, an accomplished gigantic gigantic, pragmatic gentleman, a man who has been in the business of civil life since 1812. Ladies and gentlemen, let us invite the medical director.
Dr. Longilius Ikejiako. A round of applause, please.
That introduction was very big and not as big as that. But thank you anyway. I want to stand on the existing protocol established by previous speakers. Speak to us this afternoon. I also want to thank the committee, particular for her lectures. I think she needs to give that over and over again. I see what I'm doing. And I want to also remind our students that sometimes there are places you want to work or you want to go to. They go to check your Facebook profile first. And they check what you are posting over the years. Know what your leanings are, what your opinion is about things. So if you go on social media, you say President Trump is a stupid man. You write whatever you want. It's there waiting for you. And those who are experts know how to find them. Even when you have deleted them, they can still find them. Anything you put on the internet can be found. Even after you have deleted it, they can be recovered. There are many things we don't know about, but when the time comes, you will start regretting. So, our lecture is very, very important, and I'm happy I stayed to have the lecture before speaking, because with that, I have received my own benefit today. So, I can now go home and know that I not only give, I received. I'm going to speak to us on our health. I have my lecture. I gave the man with the projector, but maybe it won't be there today. So I will be speaking from my phone. So if you want auditor submit letter, you can get it from him or from me. So I was told to speak on the topic that I saw on the program today was slightly different from what I was given, but I know they're all talking about something. So the topic here says hairdressing for modern campus, what every student and staff member should know. And it's supposed to cover preventive health, stress management, and healthy lifestyle habits. And I have decided to start looking at it from the objectives, what we're expected to know at the end of the period. My lecture will not last very long, probably. But one, we're supposed to understand what is preventive health, recognize the impact of stress on our health, and then learn about lifestyles or habits you can adopt, then learn to apply practical well-being strategies that you can do, things that you can do. Because if that's not there's no use for the lecture. That's what we're talking about today. What we are talking about today talking about what you can do and what you can do in our environment, in our circumstances. You don't need to go to be able to do that. And why do we talk about prevention? It is because prevention because if you prevent most of the disease, there will not be so much burden on the society, on the government, on the economy, and on the families and individuals. For instance, most people here and they don't get sick as often as people are getting. The polytechnic will have less requests to assist financially about our health. If we know about our health and we're able to prevent something. Of course, early detection improves outcome. That is something that is already very well known. When disease is detected early, it improves the outcome. If, for instance, you became hypertensive at the age of 50, and you discover at the age of 51 that your blood pressure is going up, and you begin to receive treatment, you adapt lifestyle changes that will help you. You don't have a man, that man who's hypertension at the age of 50, he didn't know until he was 70. Probably when he had a stroke, or when he started having a dysfunction, or many other problems that come from that. Some people have diabetes, the diabetes have set in around the age of 50, even 45, but they don't know because the blood pressure never really got to where they were passing urine so much. So, and they didn't go to hospital, and the diabetes has been there for 50 days, causing damages. And maybe they now had an accident, and they're taken to hospital, checks and the doctor checks their blood sugar and his heart. Or they didn't go to hospital, the blood sugar was not checked, depending on when they were treated, but they went home and returned because the wound was not healing. The doctor now said, okay, your wound is not healing, let us check blood sugar. And they check blood sugar is in the room. I once know a man who worked in self-administration with me. He didn't know he had diabetes until one of his fingers swelled up. Within a few days, his finger turned black. And it was cut off. It was that time the blood sugar was checked. It was 500 and something. That finger falling up is already a complication. It means that the tiny blood vessels in his body are all closing up. So what happened in his fingers, happened in his kidney, happened in his eye, happened in his brain, happened in every part of his body. And most of them are not reversible. So that was the first complication. It doesn't take long. Others begin to follow. So prevention is very, very important. Prevention saves cost and improves productivity. Because if we are healthy, we'll be able to give more. None of us will be able to be sitting here today if we are sick. None of us can embark on the projects we are doing if we are sick. So prevention saves cost and improves productivity for the individual, for the family, for the institution, and for the country. What are the basic about preventive health? Things about preventive health. The basic things about preventive. What preventive entails are simply having regular medical checkups. Regular medical checkups. Practice in the blue countries that everybody at every birthday should have what we call physicals. You go to the doctor, they send you for investigations that are appropriate for your age. You do it once in a year. You know the state of your health. But we don't do that here. Rather, we spend so much money hosting birthday parties and drinking some people and doing all kinds of things. We don't check that health. That the life you have lived for 1 year, you spend another 1 year, you don't know the state. So we don't check. We just celebrate. We spend money in making people happy, feasting, making people happy, but we don't check that health. But in the developed countries, the first thing you do for a birthday is to check, have a medical checkup. You know the state of your health. You know whether you can live another 1 year or not. Here in Nigeria, if somebody collapses, as I'm speaking here now, I suddenly collapse. Most of you will say it's from my village. You will say it's my uncle. You can even say it's my colleague in the office who wants to take over from me. Before you hear about any result, any test on autopsy, you have concluded what happened. Many times, a lot of us are just dead bodies walking around with problems that are hitting in our bodies. As you're looking at me now, you're seeing just my skin. You're not seeing my heart. You don't know how it's beating. You're not seeing my kidney. You don't know how it's moving water. You're not seeing everything. You're not seeing anything. But are you here? Is it not so? That my heart beating staccato. Some of the blood is shaking. Some of the blood is pumping maybe. Going in the much test back. Just go on to somebody and come back to where they're supposed. And these things go on for years. Little by little, damages are taking place. Until one day suddenly happens. And they say, that is because when his grandfather died, he didn't kick, he went and kicked for him. He went and kicked for his brother. So We have so many things that we believe in, but we don't do the program for our health. So prevention involves regular checkups, vaccinations, getting the vaccines that are available. We also always have stories when vaccinations come to make sure that we avoid it. There's something about vaccination. You can have a vaccination. Somebody gets a vaccine and has a problem from it. So the people start getting information. But not one picture on social media. That this person is vaccinated. What happened? Everybody, because of that, stops taking vaccines. There is no treatment that cannot have complications of any kind. What is important is that if this vaccine has been given, and this vaccine has saved 10 million lives, if the vaccine was not given, 10 million people would have died. But somebody entered the vaccine and died, and it's only one person. What is better? Is it not to give the vaccine or to give the vaccine? So we take not giving the vaccine as a decision. We go with just one video on social media. Something somebody said. Our adult today, what do you do for those who go to tell lies about health? Who make video, run into cassava farm and said, if you have abdominal pain, any form of abdominal pain, and they run into cassava, just pluck 7 of them and eat. And all abdominal pain is gone. Have you not seen such video? So what does the Lord do to such people? Because some people will go and pluck cassava and eat when they're having appendicitis and appendix will rupture and they will die. Is every abdominal pain what you take cassava for if it does anything ever? The abdomen is a big house containing so many sides. So when you have pain inside, which organ is it coming from? What is happening to the organ? Is the organ about to rupture? Is it bleeding? Is there leakage? Or is there inflammation? Or is the part of the organ dying? You just hear. You don't know. You just hear. You take cassava leaf for every abdominal. Vaccinations are very important for everybody. We have health specialists. And we have health specialists who will always alert us something is wrong. We should rely on them, not just on social media. And then preventive includes all kinds of screening. Screening is a way of checking healthy people if they have a disease. You screen for blood pressure, you screen for glucose, cholesterol, and you screen for cancer. Every step according to your age. You should know your blood. Once you are an adult, it's your inalienable right to know, have your blood pressure checked once you go to hospital. It's your right. When you go to, once you are an adult, your blood pressure should be checked. It's your right to know your blood pressure. You can demand it as a right. Once you have gotten a card, made a commitment to them, you can have the presentation, check your blood sugar from time to time. It's even bad that some people who have had diabetes in their family, their parents had it, you say it's not my portion, and they don't check their blood sugar. Cholesterol, very important, and screening for cancers. Of course, basic life choices are an important part of choosing to live the right way, choosing to do the right thing for yourself and for your health. Then I want to mention some common lifestyle diseases that we have, which all of us should know about. Find out if you have them, if you have issues. Of course, hypertension, we have hypertension. You know what hypertension is? Hypertension is the elevated blood pressure above what is normal value. The optimal value of blood pressure is 120 over 80, but there's a range. For the upper figure, usually there's a range of 90 to 140. Lower range of depending on your age. 90, depending on your age. Of course, younger people often have lower blood pressure than older people. So you should know that as basic. And these days, it's not like it is of old people. In fact, I saw a student yesterday that missed the exam last year because she had a stroke from blood pressure. not up to 25. A student of physics. So if she had headache, and she didn't go to hospital, blood pressure would happen. So the question something happened. So the question is that if she had gone to hospital on time, it was routine. Because having a stroke means she waited for too long. Because having a stroke means she waited for too long. Diabetes. And of course, we know about diabetes, which is a sickness. It's actually a multi-system disease, the way we define it. But what I'm going to know about it is that the blood sugar goes up above what is the multi-system disease. So, but it's a multi-system disease. Diabetes affects every organ in our body. That is why we should not take it for granted. Diabetes affects every organ in our body. It does is by damaging the tiny blood vessels everywhere. We have tiny blood vessels everywhere in the body. In the brain, in the kidney, we have it. In our legs, we have it everywhere. In our legs, we have it. So wherever they are, once we operate on that control, it begins to damage them. In fact, it is being said now, wondering hypertension and diabetes, which one follows the other. Diabetes can be the cause of diabetes can be the cause of somebody's hypertension, and he never checked the blood sugar. He don't drink plenty. So blood pressure. So diabetes is a multi-system disease. We should be afraid of it. We should be afraid of it. And it's one disease that there's a lot within our hands. By controlling what we eat, even if it runs in your family, you can prevent it by eating right. Particularly the adult onset life. That is the adult onset life. That is actually associated with lifestyle, family background. So if your father was hypertensive, the question should ask now, what can I do? If your father was diabetic, what can I do? On time, started. Complications have started. And then obesity, which is a sign of good health in our own part of the world. Obesity is a sign of good health. If you return Christmas with your wife and she's looking skinny, your mother is going to call you and start asking, is there any problem? And are you worried? And if the man is the one that's looking skinny, the mother is going to call the mother-in-law. I hope they are giving my son food. Yeah, so you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, so we promote obesity. In some African cultures, we know that the men are actually growing. And the biggest one gets the most beautiful wife. I wonder how they die in that place. So obesity is a disease. That's an appropriate weight for everybody according to your height. And something can be done about our weight. Even when there are issues that are hormonal, something has to be done. There's always something you have you reached out for help. Most person have you reached out for help. And then of course we have hypertension is the only heart disease. There are many other heart diseases. There's myocardial infarction, that is arrhythmias, all kinds of heart diseases that can make somebody to die suddenly without preparation. And next thing I want us to look at sources of stress in Number one success in academic communities where we are well exposed is the issue of deadlines and workload. The source of stress by deadlines and workload. Deadlines and workload. You are doing your masters and you want to read for the next promotion. The deadlines is workload. You can make it workload and deadlines in that environment is less of Financial pressures is everywhere. Financial pressures is everywhere. You were facing it. And then we have burnout and sleep deprivation. Burnout results from the first one. Sleep deprivation results from the first and second one. It's not just because you are working. Sometimes you don't sleep because you are thinking about money. I remember many years ago, 2008, when things were very good. I just finished, I passed my part 1 exam. I went for my management course. I returned, that same night I returned, I was told that my father has just died. My father was 88 years old, which was lately, he has tried, he had television. But I must because the salary was received while I was at the course. Because the salary was received while I was at the course, used to pay for the course and everything. It was where was the money going to come? So I said I was, and in the morning, because I serviced my car that day, I forgot to, when I checked the oil, I usually pass service the minute I check the oil. I forgot to close it after I checked my car, and I was driving to car. So I didn't know that I left the engine open. After one, check the week. I just wanted to check that I saw the more. And I remember they put it 1 week ago. That was that time. So imagine what the pressure is now. The salary goes out. When the salary goes out, some people's salary finishes the first 1 week. The first 1 week is gone. Some people more than half has gone to low. So these pressures are there with us. The question is, what are we going to do? So how do we know that we are under stress? When you see yourself, you are having fatigue. You are always running out of strength. You need to see a doctor. In fact, when we talk about fatigue, it's even beyond just having stress. Many of us are malnourished. Currently, in this economy, we are not eating malnourished. Well, we are not eating well. We just like to make sure that something blocking most of the time. Most of the time, this is the balance. Even people on the high level here, some of them are not eating enough fruits and vegetables. Because it's not there. But they're thinking about it. I just want to put it so you can eat there. So you can do food and go out. And because of that, we are lacking some things that are very important. And we don't even know how else we can get it. When you are always a problem, when you are always irritable, of course, it's a sign of stress. Of course, you cannot be irritable if they are calling you from here and there, and there's no money to send. And then when you have poor concentration, it's a sign of stress. When you're having constant headaches, when your throat is always feeling dry, or you feel hot in both regions, or you're having palpitations, your heart is beating fast all the time, and then this cannot be a sign of stress. And then how do we manage stress? First of all, we need to learn time management. What is time and allocate your time to what is most important. Allocate your time. Time management. Allocate your time. See what you can do. See whether you can put something together and reduce the number of days you come and do stress. And the relaxation now reduce stress. And the relaxation techniques, how do you relax? You have to know, you don't agree on that, but it's for us to do that. Some people go to the plan to work. Some people relax by watching TV. Some people relax by watching TV. Some people relax by watching, but this one is dangerous. This one goes from relaxing to stress. You can watch until your eyes are strained when you go to church. And then some people relax when they go to church. They worship, they sing, they pray. And then of course, we need to have boundaries and also have rest. In this economy, we need to have what? Boundaries. Boundaries. That's what pretense we like in Africa. We need to have boundaries. We have developed a system whereby the family can look at one person who has raised his hand up. All bodies are placed on one. You have relations with your money. What better than you are looking for money to buy a phone better than the one you are using? Yes. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. I had my nephew who was lost. He him and his friend, and they have got the people which know the people, and they are not by not 1.6 but they cannot buy the food. I believe that's how much is the food. The next says, I food. Each of them. I asked the money, said, why did you not convert the money to school fees? You can't feed him. You can't clothe him. You are hungry, you are sick. You can't even buy malaria medicine. The uncle of their son is buying high. So, we need boundaries. So, we need boundaries. I'm not saying we shouldn't care for our relations, but this is the time to focus on what is what. Necessary. What is necessary to keep body and soul together. If you want loss, end it. If somebody wants to let the person do what? End it. That's my opinion. If somebody is not doing anything, this is like driving a business engine. It's asking to bring money for fuel. Let him sell it. And buy a bus. And be realistic. The bus will get to where Pamanda got to. So, because these are part of this. Because these are part of this we do in this part of the world. I used to have a patient whose children traveled abroad. And both teams didn't go navigators. Those days we had, there was no space we had sometimes. You know, it was the train we had that time. But it's even worse now. When that man comes out, he spends 10,000 at that time. That was like 2002, 2003, 2004, 5. So if the man comes and he spends, so if the man comes and he spends 10,000, and he was crying abroad, and I asked him, your son you sent abroad, and the man is working in Ministry of Lands with what? With primary school certificate. That's what he entered. The wife says, borehole and chief. And the man is the high chief, the wife is the chief also. And they have to grow in their family. And they belong to social clubs that have education almost all day. So every time you see the man, you feel like someone is going to die the person. And he calls me his doctor. I said, I'm not your doctor. I'm just let me go. We are not realistic. So we are not realistic. Let us learn to be realistic and have rest for yourself. And then of course, if you need support, seek support. Whether it is counseling or you need support, whatever you need support for, you need advice, seek support. And of course, when we come to healthy eating, we need to look for what creating balanced meals this time. And that means we return back to our traditional meals. That's the only way to get balanced meals. So when you have your little money, and if you have space in your house, please have a garden. Plant vegetable. Vegetable now is ugu 500 naira. How much is it? How many leaves? You know, you go to the market, vegetable ugu that's pumpkin of 500 naira. Just a few leaves. They cannot make a pot of soup again. No matter the kind of soup they are making, it's not so. 500 leaves. So if you have vegetable in your comfort to help you, and of course we say more plant vegetables. And we should also plant trees. If you have your compound, plant trees. And plant trees that are valuable. That's one thing we should do now. We should plant trees that are valuable, that produce fruits that we can eat of charge. Now, what orange is 500 naira. These are things we take for granted before. And we can't even find orange from our place here because we are not planting people land. We are not harvesting. We are waiting for one that has no water, that is dry, and you pay high for it. And let me tell you, the northerners who said those things, they have learned our own wisdom. That is against us. You cannot even get an egg. How much can an egg you buy now? And how much can egg you buy for you to eat alone? When they give that about your money, and of course, be crying about your money. And of course, less sugar and less processed food. We need less sugar and less processed food. We know what I'm talking about. And then hydration. One of them, water. Taking water does us a lot of good. Taking water can improve malaria. Lack of water is restlessness in your body that brings your immunity down. Our body is 70% water. And so most of the reactions that take place in our system, they happen in those water. And so when you don't take water, I don't know if it's biology. Nobody talks about plastic. I remember plastic that touches cells. Do you remember plastic one? touch the cell and placid one. Placid one, as they said, has no water, has that. That is where most of the cells, some of us are bodies are. The cells are because we are not taking. But if you used to have, let me tell you something. If you used to have enough water here, if you start drinking enough water, you may not be having us again. Very simple test. When they tell you that if acid enters your eye, what do they tell you to do? They say rinse it completely with water. Why? The water dilutes that acid and immediately reduces the body. So if you have acid in your stomach, you have excess acid. Whether it is you have excess acid or your stomach will like every time both of them have pain. Every time you have abdominal pain, you drink a glass of water, dilute the content and reduce the pain and that is going on. Even when you have any other problem, water is therapy. Water is the best water. Learn to drink water above everything. I've been doing that for close to 10 years now, and the water is helps your skin glow. Water is helps your skin glow. For shine. So we should drink water even in the night. So I drink water myself even in the night. I always have water beside my bed. I don't wait to take water to get very tasty to take water. I take water as hydration very important. So hydration very important. Physical activity. I'm almost through. The physical activity. Of course, the way to commence 150 minutes of physical exercise every week, which can come down to 45 minutes every week. I know if you have to happen where you live. If you do this work around where you live, so there is video that used to exist where they put a pack of cigarettes, and on top of the chair they put a pack of cigarettes, and they put a bottle of whiskey, and they put something like donuts or meat pie, and they say this threat, which one is most dangerous? What will you answer? What is most dangerous of those? There were 4 things. I know that most of us will ignore the seat. Whiskey. We will go for the whiskey. Those of us who are born again will strike confidently. And those of us who don't eat too much snack will strike that one off. Some of us in the secret will go for even first before every other thing. But actually, the author rightly said that the most dangerous of the three is what? The seat, where those seats are kept upon. The seat is that all the cities are problem. Sitting all the time. In some parts moving around. In some parts of the world now, they have built seats in the office to be stools with high levels, so that you don't get to sit comfortable for a long time. They want you to keep moving. And somebody says, of course, look at our legs. These are the most powerful limbs in our body. These 2 legs, the most powerful, because God created us to do what? To walk. So we prefer to sit. Moving is very important. So moving is very important. Just get yourself moving. Whether you are walking or stretching or dancing, just move. Move for 45 minutes. It will do 3-4 days a week. It will do a lot of good for you. Move. That is very important. Physical is very important. We talk about sleep hygiene. And of course, we talk about sleep hygiene, which has become an epidemic recently. With phone because of what? Some people don't sleep in the night anymore. Stay 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. They now stay 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. People get addicted, they stay till even 5 in the morning. And when they come to class, when they come to office, by 10, 12, they start bowing in the office. Start having salam attack. It is a very dangerous thing to do. It is a very dangerous thing to do not to sleep. Every adult needs 7 to 9 hours of sleep in 24 hours. And the older you get, the more you need. If you are not getting it, you are destroying your health. Diabetes. It can lead to hypertension, diabetes. Because in research, puts in a stress mode. Or you start to sleep because you are not sleeping. So sleeping is very, very important. Yes, if you are in exam, for those few days you can. But once I do my to make it I do my covenant of every night by start by 9 o'clock, and the next night is drop my hand, sleep. It's a habit. And most of I don't sleep by that time. I don't sleep against that. So it's important I sleep. So it's important to sleep. Very important to sleep slowly. Many of us are dying slowly. We think we are living. And then consistent bedtime. Go to the bed, set time every day. That's the way of the work. The hormones that keep us healthy are released in a regulated manner. So that when it's time to sleep, your body will start shutting down. But if you push it on negative, so something negative. So sleeping, going to bed is very important of sleep hygiene. Of course, we should limit screen time and caffeine. We don't have a problem with caffeine here. It should be in the blood. Limit the time we spend on the screen. Limit the time we spend on the screen. If you're supposed to start by 10 and you pick up the phone and begin to look at the screen, the sleep will go away. Because screen tells your brain to push back the hormone that is to sleep, that you have not finished used to that. And when your body gets used to that, something else will compensate, and that's what affects your health. Mental health, we are adapting supporting relationships and still counseling when resort to needed. Don't resort to drug, don't resort to alcohol, or one chemical or another. Seek help if you need help. Of course, we should avoid smoking lifestyles like smoking be limited. Alcohol to be limited if you must do it. Avoid substance misuse and abuse. Even some greater drugs we need for our health, we can mislead them and they can harm us. Get high from cough syrup. Get high from cough syrup. And of course, avoid risky sexual behaviors. And then for practical daily steps, I'm on the last part. For practical daily steps, I will tell you to advise to eat well as much as you can. If you need vitamins, consult me. Vitamins are very important and useful. And some of the vitamins you need are actually very cheap. Not the GNLD or the Forever Live product stand that tries to there are cheap vitamins in our markets that can help maintain your health. But many of us don't think it's important. So you can consult me on that. Then move daily. Move. Don't stay in one place. If you are in the office, try not to sit more than 45 minutes or 1 hour and go. And then the thing I want you to also advise our lecturers. I saw a professor last week who is having a problem with her back because of sitting on very bad chair. All these chairs they are good for people. They are good for everything. Yes, many of us don't look after ourselves. Yes, many of us don't look after ourselves. We're so busy. We don't look after ourselves. This professor, when I asked her to send a picture of her chair, she sits on this old kind of chair that is fully capitalist built, that is straight. That's where she is at the moment. The one is sitting for hours. The one that told me she didn't know. And she made this surgery. And she goes there after 9 minutes. And then you also have short, it's not your brain. And then you have to short, it's not your brain. Work. Economics and work is very important. How you see. The more you write, the more you need to sit on. And let me tell you why. In between your vertebral bones and what we call fibros. They are fibrous. They have no blood vessels in them. They depend on diffusion concerning tissues. You get they are living tissue. They don't have blood vessels. So they depend on diffusion. So when you sit for long, what happens? You compress them. Sometimes they begin to die in the middle. Sometimes they begin to die in the middle. They begin to have necrosis. What ischemic necrosis? Because blood is not pumping, the pressure it begins to die, oxygen is not getting there. The tissues begin to die and they begin to have back pain. And that's how it starts. And because of that, they can collapse. And the bone can collapse onto that one. And then they will compress now. So very important. Yes. So very important when you walk around. When you walk around, they get the nutrients that we should allow to get there. So don't go in your office and hours. Sometimes they look like they are not very bad. They're not very bad. They see in a bad There's a seed that you should see to begin to get the executive level in civil service. There's a kind of social that gives them back that forces him to sit up straight like this. To sit like this. To sit like back. To sit like back. That's what you sit right. And then the top of your back. These things are very, very important. And then sleep enough. And manage stress. Don't let stress manage you. Take charge of your life. You must not attend all the burials taking place in the school or taking place in your village. You must not attend all the burials, all the weddings, particularly in this economy. In fact, it's even better sometimes that you send the person that money for transport. It will be the person more good than what? Going. So old habits. It's time to stop them. The economy says stop them. Million is still. And what is good for you as a family. Don't be stretching yourself to meet up with everybody. One day you will just be at the end of the course. And then, of course, we say you should screen yourself regularly. Take home message, number one, health is an investment. Health is the best wealth, because without health, you cannot enjoy your wealth. So many people have what? They have seen pictures of people who abandoned all that, and they come back. And elections are fighting over, spend their life. Some of them spend their life. And when the life, you know about the senator who was in Nigeria, and I heard that he told every local government in Memphis State, touring night and day. They were touring night and day. Now, to meet up, and he went to some places in the night. And in the day, he was got like and when he got to one to arrest, the body didn't go to arrest. He did what? He collapsed all the words he has. With all the words he has. Of course, our older they say, okay, I said small daily choices matter, small daily choices matter, small daily choices. The things you do every day, they matter for your life, small daily choices. Don't postpone that choice every time. Don't postpone getting up to drink water. Don't postpone getting up to walk about. Don't say yes to everybody asks you to come. Go to where you can, go. And then old and then prevention is better than cure. Always better than seeking for cure. And prevention is not cheaper than treatment. It's cheaper than treatment. So, with these few words of mine, I hope I've convinced us. I have a better hand. Thank you.
Director, I never knew you have this kind of lecturing strength. You are wonderful. Thank you, sir, for schooling us.
Are we ready? Get your phones ready as we take the car.
This one is
Excel. Get ready and call the number. Excel, right?
Yeah, this is Excel.
Are you ready? Please call. *126*. Should I just call the number? If you are ready, I'm ready. Take the number. Enter subscribers. 003760193824 All right. Please, a round of applause for it. Another one, please. Another one, and this is Glow. For those who have tried to collect, I am going to try to collect the number. This is another 500 naira enter. 72034
63032. Who load up?
Who loaded the card? Okay, the next one is MTN. Oh, the next one is MTN.
Have somebody loaded the card?
MTN 500.
I should call it again. Please, I wouldn't like somebody to delay us. If you recharge us with your hand, that's us. The loan card is 632. Who load up?
I'm sure they must have loaded the card. Please, MTN.
All right, MTN subscribers. 2293 7331 0037 1964. All right, I got you. A round of applause for him.
We have so many other cards, but before we call the rest, please call the next speaker.
Okay. All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for sitting pretty, but I want to make this announcement, please. For some of our staff and students that are exiting, the chairman of today's event is still seated, the chairman committee of this education, our dear dean is still seated, the heads of department of the School of Finance and makes up School of Information and Communication Technology are still seated, guest speakers are still seated. Since morning, the medical director that came before us have been here even before we started. So please, I want to appeal to you. I want to appeal to your conscience to please give honor to whom you. Respect the presence of our lecturers and our models. Still going out again, the model from the rear. Okay, you will come from the rear. Before I call the next knowledge and the director of the director of ICT, Federal Polytechnic, Nekede, Mrs. Ijoma Ibe. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome, ma'am. Please, Dr. Tony, the dean has directed that you kindly produce the from those programs to enable us carry out the necessary follow-up action.
And please, attaching the attendance which have been filled at the ready. Quickly, ladies and gentlemen, you will be hearing from a man who has served the public and he has served this institution and is still serving. Currently, he is the secretary of Owerri West local government area, the sector of this local government area where Poli is situated. He is an accomplished a Christian at the night of St. Christopher, the former chairman of journalists in the state chapter, and the former special advisor to the former gentleman on media. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Sir.
Thank you very much. Dr. Mrs. Watubu, I thank God this is happening and we are on time. And what I've witnessed here today, you are doing well. The fact that you are doing well. I decided to relax in spite of my crowded schedule. I can't remember in recent times when I had time to spend this type of attention to a particular program. Because first of all, I'm a product of this school. Secondly, I have interest in schools education. And thirdly, And thirdly, I'm attending this maiden edition of this program. Apparently a clear indication that the dean is doing very well and that the school is organized in a grand style and special way. My dear HOD, Dr. I recognize you, sir. Chairman of this occasion, my fellow speakers and resource persons, different deans, heads of departments, and so on and so on who are here, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, great Nigerian students. Well, I am not surprised because those of you who are staying here now are those who believe that school is not a scheme, a scam. And not even that. Those of you who are also staying here are those who believe that something must be given to you today. Let me tell you, if you don't give these children something today, they will not tell you that both school and education are a scam because researchers have shown that those who say that school or even education is a scam are those who believe that they are not getting it quick as they want it. But I know most of our students here sincerely believe that school is not a scam. That is why, first of all, they sought to get admission into the school, isn't it? When the dean was introducing me, he said that I am this and that, former this, former that. Yes, I have held different positions. But you know the reason? Because I passed through schools, not even once believe that. And I totally believe that education is not a scam. If I am not educated, will I have the confidence to stand before you today? Will I be talking the way I'm talking? Will you have resource persons? You had the lady barrister, other people who address you, full of confidence, a clear indication that school can never be a scam. Let me quickly say that if you are, I'm giving the topic why school is not a scam. But the truth is that you cannot talk of school without the education. Isn't it? They go hand in hand. So when I use them interchangeably, don't just be surprised. But I want to tell you that most of us here, passed through primary, some nursery anyway, because some of us may not have had the opportunity of going through nursery schools. But many of you here, grade, nursery, primary, secondary, and you are where you are today as students. If school was to be scam, I'm sure many of you wouldn't have been here today, gotten to this level. Am I making a point? But be that as it may, education is a lifelong process of acquiring and sharing knowledge, skills, values. So whatever you do, whatever skills you have, whatever attitude, your behavior in terms of ethics and etiquette, as our sister tried to tell us today, you can be equipped with all these things only when you acquire education, especially quality education, by passing through schools. Now, in the same vein, let me explain that scam is something that is deceptive. I'm sure all of you know what scam is. Scam is something that is fraudulent, a fraudulent system, something designed to trick an individual or groups of their valuable things, including money, information, and so on. And anybody who scams is, of course, a scammer. Anybody who scams is a scammer. But I want to tell you that wherever you find yourself, whatever you are doing, and wherever you find yourself, if you are properly educated, you will think twice before you even become a scammer. If you are doing any type of business, You will also discover that if you pass through a school, and of course, as we say, allow the school to pass through you, whatever you will do will be different from that of somebody who never passed through the 4 walls of the classroom. Have you noticed that? And even when you are into any business, anything, anywhere you find yourself, you are thinking your way of life, the styles you'll be making, your money, doing whatever you are going to do, will definitely be different if you are properly schooled, or if you pass through a school and acquired education. It must be different from that person who never passed through. I don't want us to go into the details, but it's important for you to know that we have formal education and informal education. Formal, yes, in the sense that probably you are in the polytechnic today after passing through one of the secondary schools, and teachers and the lecturers are busy teaching you and so on, carrying researches, giving you the necessary knowledge that will help you. It might be informal probably because from interaction and whatever you do in the public, with the public, move with people, mix up with people, you also acquire education. But again, permit me also to be selfish. I must also recognize, I greeted students, but it's single to single out students of library and information science for special recognition. Those of you who are here, please give yourselves a round of applause. Because they are my students. Thank you. Even though all of you are my students. Now, a scammer, therefore, is somebody that dwindles, a dwindler, a fraudulent and dishonest person, as it affects money or personal information. Why I decided to give this explanation is for you know the meaning of education, know the meaning of school, and then know the meaning of scam, and even a scammer. And by the time I finish, I'm sure many of you will be convinced that school vis-a-vis education can never be a scam. The truth remains that education is the bedrock of human development, and in fact human existence. Anything you are doing without education, you have not started. You are making a mistake. School and then vis-a-vis education is not and can never therefore be something that should be toyed with. Education obviously expands freedom and capabilities. It has the capability, I'm talking of education now. I told you I'll be using them interchangeably. It has the capability of increasing the horizon of your thinking. And then the way you reason, most people might think that they will hear hammer. But you will discover that if you are not properly educated, you will not reason like the others. The very important thing about education is that it molds your character. It makes you become reasonable in the society, in your communities, wherever you find yourself. Now, there is this current saying, which all of our students, they thought, they will say school na scam, or school na scam, something like that. The narrative obviously states from poor government policies as it affects the development of the education system. Education is structured in such a way that when the policies, when the curricula and everything about education is appropriately implemented, you will now see that you will come out being an all-rounder and you can fix in anywhere, any position you find yourself. Regrettably, in our country today, we have checkered history of people who pass through education, they don't have the appropriate curriculum. But I thank God that just a few months ago, the federal government came out with a beautiful educational planning and curricula that will enhance the through acquisition of skills and knowledge at the primary and secondary school level. That of institutions of higher learning, including the Federal Polytechnic Naked Aware. I am very much aware that the academic programs are structured in such a way that, first of all, apart from being qualitative, that they will prepare you to do so many things by the time you graduate. And to tell you that for you to pass through a school, that you are getting the best of things in life, schools are designed, our programs in institutions are designed that even when they tell you that they are doing GS, because now you call it CGNS here now, because this is changing. The whole idea, you'll be wondering, what I'm studying library science, what business do I have knowing about studying biology? I'm studying information science like we did. By the way, I graduated from this school of College of Technology, Owerri. But today, I'm a doctorate degree holder, which means that I've also passed through schools. I have also done so many things in different places. When you go through your GNS courses, you are prepared to have an idea of all courses that will help you, make you know about all facets of life and human endeavor. So the academic programs of schools are planned in such a way that nobody will pass through an institution genuinely without going to the society with something very, very qualitative to show the point. I hope I'm making a point. Those who are not serious to study, those who come to school and their interest is to answer undergraduate, their interest is to come here. I keep telling my students that there are some people, I believe most of my students no longer do that, who may go and they are already habituated, living living at what are those their names? Different places. Their interest is to go and live in a where you enjoy life. It is people like that that will, after many years, if they don't get quality education, they will now tell you that education is not important because some of them may not be employment. But the main argument, which is the focus of this lecture, is the fact that because most young men feel that they don't have employment opportunities after studying, they now allow themselves to be deceived that school is a scam, that education is a scam. There is nobody who studies and studies seriously, got the appropriate grades, got the certificate, and even allowed the school to pass through him or her, that will tell you that school is a waste. All those who are making waves in the country today, in the nation and in the world, are those who had the opportunity of going to school. That is not to say that there are, we don't have people who didn't go to school and probably they are making money. But I want you to know that money is not all in life. Those people are not, should not be role models. Like in those in the entertainment industry, that somebody is a musician or somebody is a content creator. Well, even the content creators are mainly graduates. Or that somebody is doing certain things in the entertainment industry and is making money. Or even some of your friends and well-wishers who are into Yahoo, who may not have gone to schools like you, and you now see them, look at this boy is driving Lexus. This man is doing this man has money. I want to tell you that if you are educated and you pass through a school and you are into even the ferocious business like Yahoo, the way you will do Yahoo, the way you practice Yahoo will even be different from what those who did not go to school will do. But I don't encourage, and I never encourage any of you to go into all those nefarious activities. If you go into Yahoo, if you go into drug peddling, if you go into any of these things like kidnapping and so on, thinking that you will use your brain for something negative, the time you are caught, that will be the end of your life. We don't encourage it. There are many positive things you can do with the knowledge you acquire. It is very, very wrong and deceptive to use a few successful dropouts to argue against formal education. There are dropouts. At times, they will tell you, Bill Gates is this person is that, and so on. You are merely deceiving yourself. There is no alternative to quality education. And you cannot get education the same if you attend a school. You pass through a school. Now, distance is totally blind. Anybody who wants to deceive you that you can make it without appropriate education. Now, if you view education from all angles, It will help you to cultivate well-rounded, socially conscious attitudes. You will have, and you become an individual that is conscious of what is happening in your society. You will become an individual that people will always expect to do something good in your society. It will also help you in your life. It will help you in training your children. It will help you in building yourself. What am I trying to say? If we have well-structured education system, as it's supposed to be, and we have quality lecturers, we have also quality facilities to carry out our studies, and we have quality time as students to pay attention to whatever we are taught, you will see that you can never regret the opportunity of being Nigeria. Analysts on schools in Nigeria and even abroad have stated that educated individuals drive economic growth. Those who drive economic growth everywhere today are those who are educated. If you are not educated, if you didn't pass through a school, it simply means that you may not be counted as one of those who will drive the economic growth of your village, your community, your state, your country, and even the society at large. I also want to tell you that social problems and so on can be bridged when you have people who have education. Before we talk of the basic education, before we talk of sound education. Is that as long as you are educated, but remember, you cannot be educated except you pass through appropriate schools. It may be online acquisition of whatever certificate you want. You may have done it through contact, you may have also done it as a resident student, but the truth is that you must have education, and it's not a scam. Unfortunately, again, we have found ourselves in a country where even the terrorists and so on will tell you that those of you who know Hausa language, when we hear of Boko Haram, it simply means that education is something that is not important. I'm not an Hausa man, I understand Hausa, but that's the geography. And when they now go and fuel this and tell you that education is scam, and you believe them, they want you to be like them. It's because most of these people are not educated that they go into some of these activities that have ruined their lives. If you are educated, you have any business going to live in the bush. I can tell you with authority, because I am in government and I know very well that we get intelligence reports. People reside in different bushes. So a human being is meant to be living in the bush. Anybody who has sound education, we know that there are many ways you can have a living, and not through all this issue of being a bandit, kidnapper, and so on and so forth. But again, some might argue that but we have educated people who are also into this business. But let me tell you the funny thing. Even the educated people who are in the business might be their cabals, their leaders. They will send you that is not educated to go and do some shoddy jobs, rubbish jobs. And of course, if you are taught, you will be singing, you will pay the price. Educated person will know how to run away. Again, I'm not telling you to go into something negative. But the truth is that once you have skills, have certain things to do, definitely you will know how. The question is that school is the foundation to long-term national development. Formal education provides groups and individuals with longevity. We know, we've talked of health. Yes, quite all right. But if you're not educated, will I appreciate what the medical doctor is telling us today? So your longevity, whatever you're doing, must be based on your level of education. And of course, financial management, you must have better acumen when you have appropriate education. And sustainability, as well as long-term societal contributions, I've already talked about. Schools provide great avenue for social change and character moral attitude. It is a defeatist attitude and self-deceit for anybody to think that school is a scam. Whatever profession or skill you find yourself today, education will make you to excel. It is roundly better for one to go to school as a deliberate effort to prepare adequately for the changes ahead. And I want to tell you that it's only education that provides the difference in all facets of human endeavor. Nigerian Union of Teachers will tell you if you don't like their teachers, there's a way they put it that you should try ignorance. I want to tell you that if you resist education, if you try ignorance, you will even die before your time. Solution to our existence in life remains in attending schools, being appropriately educated, acquiring knowledge, acquiring skills, and learning how to live with others in the society. Thank you very much, and God bless all of you. I'm done.
Another resounding round of applause for Dr. Onyeneke. Thank you very much for letting us know again that school indeed is not a scam. Who get here, make it do it. Thank you. Now the quiz you're about to, because we are communication hub people, we have a different way of doing our things. Just like the barrister said, we have something very special. So everybody keep your phone. This is not about the fastest finger now. Everybody, the quiz is about to take. Everybody will participate. Not just the students. When I mean everybody, not just the students, even our HODs, our lecturers, and everyone. Only for students. Oh, okay. I thought we have too many gifts. Okay, only for students, but you have to use your phone. And this place you are is, you can use the internet facility. ICT director is here, so on your Wi-Fi, you'll be connected. Izika, is that true? Izika, why now? Please, make it available for us. Okay, use your internet for now. Izika said he's working on it. Just take this card again. Okay, just take this card again so that you can use it to buy data. That is Etisalat. That is Etisalat. What do you mean not to know about Etisalat? What do you mean not to know about Etisalat? Why are you screaming? What we have is Etisalat. If you don't have it, you don't have it. Unless you don't know it.
Alright, this is MTN, not Etisalat.
MTN.
This is MTN. And please, I want to beg you again. Is this the entire students in SICT? I want to appeal to HODs and to please implement, in any way we can implement that attendance. This goes a long way to show our students that are committed in the success and the prosperity of SICT. It is a maiden edition. Myself was longing for it. How much more you? After this year, we'll continue next year and the upper years. We cannot start from a bad note. So please, if you are in this auditorium, do not leave until we say the closing prayer in 20 minutes time. Do not leave until we say the closing prayer in 20 minutes time. By 20 minutes time, it will be exactly 10 a.m. So please, I want to appeal to you to sit tight. Our guests are still here, and we must honor them with our presence. We must honor them with our presence. It is a passionate appeal, and I am respectfully and honorably appealing. Please. So let me call the number. The number is 3291 2575 7868 92566. If you hold it, come and pay. Did you load it? Come and pay time. All right, a round of applause for him. Okay, this is Airtel now.
094. When you say fastest figure, we don't waste. 094 714 9
All right.
Okay, you. Okay. The last one, blow. Blow. Are you ready?
Look at 72 313 769. All right, right about now, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and dear lecturers, just like the last speaker, Fidel Olirete said, while you pass through school, you must allow this school to pass through you. There are some very important extracurricular activities that will go on here in school. That's why we have football teams. We have the models of SICT. They are prepared and they are very much ready to display or to process it rather. They will just process it, work from this stage and then go back. And to tell you that is Miss Chinaza Favour, Miss Natos, I think Miss Natos, she will now take over as the models process. Please quickly.
After school is the hardest experience. Whoever hates you controls.
All right, our dear Dean, highly respected lecturers, and our guest speaker that is still sitting pretty till this time. We want to continue to thank you for finding time to be here. Quickly, I want to believe that the welfare package is going round for the lecturers and for the students. Whatever it is the first of its kind, and we are making sure that you have water to drink within the time you will be sitting here. I want to reassure you, or rather I want to assure you, by the time we will be having this summit 2.0, we will not just be having snacks, we will be having edibles, we will be eating real food. SICT is taking the lead, and others can follow if they can. Our school is just 2 years old, and we are doing wonders. I want to let you know that SICT, under the administration of our dean, is going to bring up activities that will make students that will make students feel like real students and not feeling like education is scam. Please, can you look at the multimedia screen, or rather, the projector? Look at what we are projecting. Please do well to scan
the code immediately.
The code, and then it will take you direct
to the questions.
To the questions for the quiz. While you are doing that, don't worry. Let's listen to the chairperson so that she will school us more on how to do this quiz. PR code.
Please listen. The QR code is supposed to lead you to a site called Kahoot. Kahoot. Kahoot.com. That is the quiz site. So you first of all have to scan. You have to scan that QR code. Once you are in, you are ready to take the quiz. The quiz will only take the first 10 people. So if you are interested, scan QR code and then let's start the quiz.
Please scan. Ezekiel, put the. I think you have to come close and scan very quickly, please. Let's do this very quickly.
You think you could have get in my feelings?
All right. Did they break it? Ezekiel, what did you say?
They can come from anywhere they are.
Okay, wherever you are, you can scan. You don't need to come out. Please do the scanning very quickly. How do they get the user? How do they get the username?
Please, who are those people leaving the auditorium? Please. The young man at the gate, please.
How do they get the username, please?
It's 10 already. We've gotten 10 people.
Please, do not leave the auditorium.
Okay, DJ, keep playing. The quiz is going on.
No, we cannot. Please, hold on. While the quiz is going on, I want to...
Okay, you can see their names on the screen. This is beautiful. That is where we are. School of Information and Communication Technology. We do things differently. Who is Money Point? Who is Money?
I want to respectfully invite our guest speaker, Dr. Mrs. Ngozi Ibi.
Please, for those answering the questions, that is the question up there. Options are there. But on your phone, you will be seeing red color, blue color, yellow, and green. Whichever one is the answer, click on your phone. If blue is the correct answer, press the blue your screen. If red is the correct answer, press. Click the red corner on your screen. That's how you answer the question. If 15 questions, that's on the screen. You are not seeing it. Their phone is on the screen.
You can see the answer on the screen. So as you are clicking, you can also see the statistics. It simply means that 4 persons went for the red, and 1 person went for blue, 0 went for yellow, and only 1 went for green. So when once the next question pops out, you also see the question, the options there. From your own phone, you pick the color that is the right answer.
Thank you. This is very easy. Very easy.
Okay, may I invite?
I think we need to read the question, right?
It's very visible now. It's very visible. Who is the former Minister of Education? I think that's the first question. Who is the immediate past Minister of Education? ICT. Director, are you seeing the projector? Are you seeing it? Please, if you're not seeing what is written there, indicate. They are seeing it.
Let's go ahead with this.
So please, ma'am, Dr. Mrs. Ngozi Gigi, to please present the awards to our distinguished awardees. We want to invite Dr. Christopher Enya, Head, Library and Information Science Department, for his award.
Welcome, Dr. Christopher Enya. This is an award from the School of Information and Communication Technology for your outstanding service and exemplary dedication to your job. Congratulations.
Let me also humbly invite Dr. Mrs. Linda Nena Ikeju, Head, Mass Communication Department. Please, a round of applause for them as they come.
Welcome the HOD Mass Communication. Please, ma'am, receive this award of excellent and outstanding service and exemplary dedication to your duties. Thank you, madam.
We want to invite Dr. Sayu Abiodun Oladimeji, Head, Computer Science Department, for his award.
We have the HOD Computer Science, Dr. Sayu Abiodun Oladimeji. Please receive this award for your outstanding service and dedication to duty. Thank you so much, sir.
We want to quickly invite ICT Director, Mrs. Ijoma. Okay, Dr. Victor Oyemi Benson. Mr. Chukwemeka.
That's why me I head to the door. That's man I be walking. Nobody.
Dr. Charis Oonwa. Dr. Charis is around this side. Mr. Son the Prince Odo.
recognition of all your contributions to excellence and professionalism in the Federal Polytechnic Ekedeore. Thank you so much, madam.
Dr. Victor Yemi Benson, please come up for your award. A round of applause for Dr. Benson.
We welcome you, Dr. Victor Yemi Benson. Please accept this award in recognition of all your significant contributions to the advancement of the SICT as well as the Federal Polytechnic Ekedeore. We appreciate you, sir.
My colleague and my partner in the microphone business. Chris is here and the PhD. Please come up for your
award for your distinguished service and exemplary commitment to the Federal Polytechnic Ekedeore. Thank you so much, ma'am. Please receive this award for your exemplary dedication and significant contributions to the growth of SIT, as well as all our students of the Federal Polytechnic Ekedeore. Thank you so much, ma'am. Mr. Oku Emmanuel Chukwemeka, ably represented by Dr. Christy Agim, please receive this award in recognition of your contribution to SICT. Thank you so much, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, this award is special. This award is special to me as a person. The award is going to our citizen of SIC. The woman she is the oldest lecturer in computer science department and almost the oldest lecturer by extension in SIC. If your legs are no longer the dean is standing to receive a maiden award at the maiden SICT Summit.
Dr. Mrs. Catherine Adangozi Wanchuku, who is the SIT. A round of applause. Please receive this award, which has shown so far that your service has been instrumental to the growth of SICT. The staff and the students appreciate you today. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Comes with please, if there is any of the is come up with the photograph, but as you are taking your photograph, if you wish to respond to the awards, as well as supporting SICT and appreciating the honor, SICT, our arms are open to receive. If not, Please, the quiz is not going. Are we through? Okay, we are through with the quiz. So we now. Direct.
Okay, if you are any of these three persons, you have to call with your phone. Then we'll confirm you're the person before you receive the prize. Drama queen.
Brenda came forward. Drama queen came second, and Coffee is the winner. Oh, Brenda. Are you Brenda? All right, please come off stage.
Sorry, who was Money Point?
Please, where is Coffee and Drama queen? Which are you? Where is Coffee? Jesus. Cheating and Edward Ojolobe. Madam Coffee, you are a missionary. Please come, man. Nobody, it was even limited to anyone. You didn't say only students. You said me, yes. It wasn't limited to students. That is the reason, or was the reason why Madam Coffee participated. Congratulations, man. The first position is Mrs. Comfort, yes. First position. If we don't have fourth position, give it to the fifth position. Give it to the sixth person. Okay, you have fourth position. What's your name? You understand me? Right, the fourth position is here. Please come on. So we have Drama Queen, first position, Brenda, second position, and what? Happiness, third position. ICT Director, the Dean wants your presence. Thank you very much, Drama Queen, Brenda, Happiness, for participating in this year's quiz. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said earlier, at exactly 10 a.m., we will end this program, and I have kept to my words. By the grace of God, I have kept to my words. It is just 10 minutes to 10 o'clock, and we have already exhausted everything in our agenda for this event. Please a round of applause for yourselves. Let me stand on this podium to specially appreciate the Dean of School of Information and Communication Technology. Our dear mother, we want to thank you for all you've been doing for the betterment and growth of SICT. Especially also, let us appreciate the workaholic chairman of the planning committee and former head of the science department, Dr. Mrs. Victoria Antinike Oyedebo. Now, we want to thank you for the sleepless nights. Please don't go. We have not said closing prayer. I will not. It's almost 10 o'clock. May I now invite the chairman, organizing committee, Dr. Mrs. Victoria Oyedebo, for the closing remarks.
Everyone. Please permit me to stand on the existing protocol. I know that we're all tired, so I just want to say thank you. Thank you to our esteemed colleagues. Thank you to the Dean. Thank you to all that made this day happen. Thank you very much. My prayer is that God will bless us richly in Jesus' name.
Amen. Please don't go. May I invite the SICT Vice President to say the closing prayer. Please sit where you are. You've been here just the time they want to say closing prayer. You now want to go. It doesn't make sense. The Vice President SICT, who is deputizing the President of SICT, come and give us the closing prayer. If he's not here, please. Okay, then at least Vice President, you are saying the closing prayer.
Good day, everyone. I go by the name of Jessica, and I'm the SICT Vice President. I want to thank each and every one of you for gracing this occasion. I want to thank the head of department, the staff, the lecturers, everyone who graced this occasion. And I also especially thank my beautiful lecturer, Dr. I greet my back. Thank you all for gracing the occasion, and I pray that the good Lord leads you guys home safely and sound in Jesus' name. Thank you.
Having said the closing prayer, may we now take the national pledge. There is no national pledge. All right. Gentlemen and ladies, I have kept to my word. I want to thank our dear lecturers for sitting pretty. Our HODs for sitting pretty since morning. Sir, ma, we do not take it for granted. May God continue to bless and prosper you in the name of Jesus. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, right about now, at exactly 10 a.m., God will close the leading SICT summit to an end in the name of God the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Of the greatest Nigerian students. Come on, baby. You might not love it, but come on, that's on your mind. Why, but you can't be beats now. You can figure my seat. Shower, I don't get you can wait for photograph outside. Let's take the photograph outside. The protocol people, you did not reserve snacks for the security people, the DJ, the media men. I don't know how, I think something is still remaining at the background, I think something is still remaining for the media, the DJ, and the security personnel. Thank you very much.